Sexual violence was rampant during the first 8 months of the conflict, when Ethiopian and Eriteran forces had occupied much of Tigray. Women and girls were raped, gang-raped, held in sexual slavery, and told this was being done to them to cleanse their Tigrayan bloodline. We met one survivor from Hawzen in eastern Tigray. She says Eritrean troops raided her home after taking control of the city and raped her, her underage sister, and her pregnant sister-in-law.
I had given birth just days earlier. I gave birth on the 22nd of November. They came to rape me on the 25th. We couldn't leave Hawzen after the Eritreans came, so me and my husband, his pregnant sister, and my 17-year-old sister stayed at home.
She says they first asked her husband if he was a combatant, but after he explained that he wasn't, they didn't believe him and bit him anyways. She says they took all the money that they could find in the house before they killed her husband, at which point she had lost consciousness.
They asked my husband if he was a member of the Tigrai forces. He said he wasn't, but they said they didn't believe him and beat him. They told me to sit and sent my husband outside. There were so many of them. Some were searching the house. They took 40,000 birr. Minutes later, I heard a gunshot and realized they had killed my husband. I lost consciousness after that. The first thing I remember after regaining my consciousness is my sister lying on the ground and the house looking like a mess.
The survivor says the soldiers had also tried to kill her daughter, that was just 3 days old at the time. She says the troops put their foot on the child and pulled at her umbilical cord. She says her daughter lost a lot of blood at the time, but hasn't been able to get medical treatment.
I had given birth only days earlier, so her umbilical cord had not healed. They stepped on her and dragged her by the umbilical cord. There was so much blood. There was no hospital I could take her to. All I could do is hold her and cry. I thought she would die, but she's still alive, but I don't know about the condition of her health. I'm always scared she may get sick again and die.
The denial of basic healthcare services to mothers and children has exasperated the plight of women and girls in Tigray that have faced unspeakable violence at the hands of invading forces, a healthcare system that is growing weaker by the day as the Ethiopian government continues to withhold vital services and block medical supplies.